I teach and research in the area of modern poetry, and I'm always looking for new ways to engage students and to make a sometimes challenging field more accessible. Offering innovative forms of assessment seems like a good way to encourage a more adventurous approach to learning and a chance for students to develop new skills. So the context for designing this inclusive approach to assessment was my third-year seminar module, which is called Yeats and the Arts. This module addresses the varied artistic activity of the Yeats family and often attracts students with diverse interests in history, in theatre and the visual arts, as well as in poetry. So my first aim in completing an assessment redesign was to motivate students to engage with a range of course topics. For the continuous assessment dimension of the module, which accounts for 50% of the overall grade, I devised 10 short assessments. Students could attempt as many of these as they wished, but they would be graded on the best 4. In formulating these assignments, I researched different learning styles, exploring the relationship between these and key elements of the module content. So instead of setting more conventional writing exercises only, I also included short audio and video recordings, online research tasks, creative writing, a poster, and a mini exhibition. I was aware that these assignments would require more direction and support from me, but I actually found that the process of putting together guidance notes and examples helped me to understand the level of challenge for students. One essential element of this process was the relationship between the mode of assessment and the subject matter. So to combine these two elements, I used W.B. Yeats's Great Wheel, which is a foundational expression of his thought, as a way for students to understand their own learning progression. This diagram was how Yeats explored, amongst other things, the distinctive characteristics of individual human lives. But I used it to present 4 kinds of assignment. So reading and writing, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And these were color-coded to demonstrate where they could be situated on the wheel and how they related to one another. A key element of success of this project lay in communicating clearly with students and inviting them to reflect on their choice of assessment with an awareness of its purpose within the module as a whole, as well as its relationship with their own skills and preferences. There was a really excellent take-up of the less conventional modes, so especially visual presentation and audio recording. And some students who were a little less adept at extended writing exercises did brilliant and imaginative visual presentations. Given that the module is specifically designed to embrace different art forms, these modes of assessment also encourage students to engage more deeply with visual culture and helped me to understand where those imaginative connections were really being made. Students were enthusiastic about the opportunity offered by these assessment modes, and I have, in turn, learned from their work in ways that will enrich future iterations of this module.